I'm feeling like going on a little treasure hunt, and the best place to do that is at my thrift store. So what do you think? You want to go on a shopping trip with me? Let's go. We found some treasures, you guys. Now, I know they look like doozies right now, but trust me, they all have potential. And we're gonna start off with the most stunning, in my opinion, transformation, but it's also the most difficult. Why? Because typically when I do my thrift flips, I like to reimagine these pieces or embellish them, but this time we are taking a piece and we are doing a reverse flip, and we are taking it back to its natural state. This cheese board and cloche was from my thrift store, and it was $5.99. This little cloche is already decorated to the hilt with butterflies and flowers and grass, and there's a cute little sunshine on the top. It looks like somebody's darling little daughter or niece or granddaughter just went to town and used her most creative painting skills. We are going to be removing the paint from the glass cloche and bringing it back to its original state. Now, because this glass cloche and cheese board is going to be used with food, I wanted to do it in the most natural way possible. I did not want to use harsh chemicals to remove this paint. So we are going to be trying out a little hack together. I've never done this before, so let's keep our fingers crossed that it works. What you're gonna need is some vinegar, just plain vinegar. I got a measuring cup and I measured out 1 cup of vinegar, and I heated it up in the microwave for 60 seconds. I took my glass cloche outside and I put it on top of a old cookie sheet. You don't need anything new. You might wanna use something that could possibly get ruined, so that's what I'm doing here. And then I also have some gloves on, some plastic gloves, because safety first. So I took this hot vinegar and I poured it over the glass cloche, and then I also got a sponge brush and I sponged the hot vinegar onto the painted areas. Then I got a few paper towels and I put those over the cloche and then added some more vinegar. This will hold the vinegar onto the glass while we wait. And I waited for about 20 minutes to let this vinegar soak in as best as it could to the paint. After the 20 minutes was up, I removed the paper towels and I got a razor blade and I began to scrape off the paint. To my amazement, this vinegar hack worked and the paint started to come off. So I just continued to scrape the paint off with this razor blade. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, it took me about 45 minutes to scrape all this paint off. So it did take some effort to get it off, but the good news is that the paint did come off. And I was happy that we were able to do it in a natural way without the use of any harsh chemicals. In this particular instance, bringing the cloche back to its original state was just as impactful as embellishing it or turning it into something else. But we're not done yet. We are going to be theming this cloche into fall. So we're gonna create some mini pumpkins from some Dollar Tree wood slices. I took my drill and I drilled a hole in the top of each one of these wood slices. I added a dab of hot glue into the hole. Then I pressed a little stick that I had gotten outside. Then I took some stems of leaves and I hot glued the leaves to the top of the pumpkin. How cute and adorable are these little pumpkins? And they were such a piece of cake to make. Now I'm going to take my 2 pumpkins and I'm going to hot glue them onto the ends of a segment of ribbon. This ribbon is so pretty. It's green and it's got some gold stripes through it. I added some hot glue to the end of the ribbon and I pressed my pumpkin right onto the glue. I did that on both sides of the ribbon. Then I took this ribbon and I tied it around the top knob on the cloche and let those cute little pumpkins hang down. I mean, how adorable is this? Wouldn't this be so fun to put out During a fall party, you could put some cheese under the cloche and you could have everybody just slice the little piece of cheese that they want that would fit perfectly on their cracker. What a fun and interactive way to have food set out at a party. And because we did a reverse flip on this piece, we are able to use it for any themed party or any season because it's a neutral piece. My video today is part of my monthly collaboration group. They are amazing ladies. I love collaborating with them. The host of this collaboration is Liyana from Liyana DIY. Our theme this month is fall, so each of us are going to be creating some fall DIYs. I will leave a link to the playlist in my description box as well as my pinned comment. So head on over to the playlist, watch those videos, and see all of the amazing creations that they made. Now let's flip our shadow box frame. This shadow box has seen a better day. It's pretty beat up. It's got some wood splinters and some dings all over the frame. It's a little weathered. And yes, we do love to live and laugh, but we are going to remove those rocks from the shadow box and put something even better inside. And the price was only $2.99, which is fantastic. I got a sanding sponge and I began to sand down all of the splinters that were along the frame to make it smooth. And then I cleaned the frame with a damp, clean cloth. Because it is a shadow box, there is about a 1/2 inch piece of wood along the inside of the frame, so I'm not able to take out the glass. So what I am going to do is get a piece of copy paper and some blue painter's tape. I put the paper down in the center, and then I put the blue painter's tape along the edges of the frame, which will protect the glass and hold the paper in place. Then I took my frame outside and I sprayed it in some white gloss Rustoleum spray paint. I got along all the edges of the frame and on the inside corner. Then I let it dry for 30 minutes. I sprayed on a second coat. Again, I made sure that the frame was completely saturated in the white spray paint, and then I let it dry, which took 1 hour. I have a really fun event coming up this weekend. I'm hosting a baby shower. So we are going to theme the contents that we're putting into our shadow box into fall with a little bit of a baby boy spin on it. So I created this welcome little pumpkin printable. Now, if you want it, you can have it. If you're gonna have a baby shower, this would be so cute to print off and have. So I will leave a link to this free printable in my description box so you can print it off at home and have it for yourself. But what I did was I printed it off and then I just trimmed up the size to get it the correct size so I could put it inside of my shadow box. I wanted a unique and personalized gift to give my friend, who's actually more like a daughter to me, for her baby shower. New tailored canvases has the most amazing customizable wall art and signs. So I went to their website and they have a huge variety of signs. You can customize the size, you can customize the wording. You would definitely be able to find a sign that would be perfect for your interior design style or every season. My sign shipped quickly and it arrived at my front door. I opened it up and I was just so elated with the way that it looked. Custom pieces can get really expensive, but these signs are very affordable. And to make it even more affordable, I have a coupon code for you. It's LIS15, LIS15, and that will give you 15% off your purchase. I will leave a link to the specific sign that I chose, but I'll also leave a link to their website so you can browse and see all of the awesome things that they have. Next, we are going to be making some mini paper pumpkins to go inside of our shadow box. I got some blue polka dot paper and I cut some pieces that were 3 inches by 2 inches. And then I got some green striped paper. Again, I cut some rectangular pieces that were 3 inches by 2 inches. You are going to need 3 of these pieces per pumpkin. I took these rectangular cardstock pieces and I folded them back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to create an accordion. Then I folded each accordion piece in half to create a fan. I got some hot glue and I hot glued the inside edges together. Then I took my 3 folded fans and I put them together to form a circle. I got hot glue and I hot glued the edges of each of the fans and I put them together to form a circle. I wanted to create another circle that went in the center of our circles. So all I had to do was half the size of the rectangles. So these smaller rectangles are a 1.5 inch by 1 inch rectangle. I repeated the same process. I folded those 3 pieces of cardstock to look like accordions. Then I folded them in half, hot glued the inside edges together, and then took my 3 fans and hot glued them together to create a circle. Now we have formed all of our circles. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some hot glue on the back of my mini circles and place them right in the center of the larger circles. To hide the little circle in the center, I got some buttons. This little jar of buttons is from the Dollar Tree. I just pulled out some little ones that coordinated with the color scheme I was going for. I added some hot glue to the back of these buttons, and then I just put them right in the center of our circles. Now we're gonna make some stems and some leaves to go at the top of our pumpkin. We're gonna start off with the leaves. I took some green cardstock and I folded it 3 times. Then I cut a leaf shape out of the cardstock. Because I folded it, it will create 3 identical leaves. For our pumpkin stems, I'm just using some sticks that I got outside. I added some hot glue to the bottom of the stick and I placed it right in one of the folds of the accordion. Then I got my leaf and I added some hot glue to the bottom of the leaf and I placed that at the top of my pumpkin. I then repeated the same process with the remaining 2 pumpkins. I arranged these pumpkins at the bottom of my Welcome Little Pumpkin printable. Then I got some hot glue and I hot glued the back of the pumpkins and pressed them onto the bottom of the pumpkin printable. Now it's time to put everything back into our shadow box. But first we have to say goodbye to the Live and Laugh rocks. So I pulled those off and now I have just a plain mat. So I scooted my little printable over the top of this mat. Then I got some double-sided tape which secured the mat and the paper together. Next, I took my shadow box frame and I placed it over the top of the printable. I flipped it around and secured everything back together. What a great transformation. This shadow box, it was pretty sad when we first found it, but I think that we have flipped it into something completely different and I absolutely love the contents that we put inside. I love that this is themed fall, but it's also themed for a baby shower. This is something that you could do at home. Instead of saying welcome little pumpkin, you could say welcome fall, happy fall, harvest, whatever, but you could still create some mini pumpkins and put it inside of a shadow box, which would definitely theme them into this autumn season. In the seasonal section of the thrift store, I came across this pumpkin gourd candle holder and I just thought it was absolutely adorable. So I scooped it up and brought it home. Now the price of this candle holder is only $2.99, which is perfect. What we're gonna do with this little candle holder is we are going to paint it white. But before we do that, we need to tape off the leaf and the stem because I don't want that to be white. So I got some blue painter's tape and I just simply protected the leaf and the stem with this blue painter's tape. Then I took this candle holder outside and I sprayed it in the white gloss Rustoleum spray paint. I made sure that I painted every part of this candle holder. Once I was finished with the first coat, I let it dry for 30 minutes. Then I came back and did a second coat to make sure that the candle holder was completely saturated in this white spray paint, and then I let it dry for 1 hour. Once the paint had dried, I removed the blue painter's tape from off of the stem and the leaf, and then I took some gold Rub and Buff and a tissue. I added a little bit of this Rub and Buff to the tissue, and then I wiped it on the surface of the leaf and onto the stem. I did the top and the bottom of this leaf, and I made sure that it was coated in this gold Rub and Buff. To embellish it even further, we are going to add some flowers to the center of our candle holder. So we are going to use our imagination just a little bit. Instead of using candles, we're going to add some flowers to it. So I got some floral foam and I cut it into fourths. I pressed the floral foam into the circles that were meant for candles. Then I took several stems of flowers. I have some white roses and some blue autumn hydrangeas and some other fall florals, and I pressed the flowers into the foam, which will hold them in place. Once I had all of my flowers arranged to where I wanted them to be, I added some gold leaves and then some regular old green leaves. It's so pretty now with these florals inside. I just absolutely love the way it looks. And you could leave it just like this, but like I said, we're having our baby shower, so I needed to add one more additional detail. I got a chalkboard pick and a chalk marker, and I wrote, "Oh boy," and then I pressed it into the foam. I am so thrilled with the transformation on this candle holder. It's so cute, and it was really easy to do. All we did was repaint it in a different color. It really refreshed this piece. And then we reimagined the contents of the inside. Instead of putting candles, we put flowers. I am so thrilled with the way that all of our thrift flips turned out today. They were shockingly easy and the transformations are stunning. If you want to see these thrift flips at the party, then make sure that you head on over to Instagram and follow me there. I will be posting on my story cute little pictures of how this party is going down, all the decorations and the exciting food and everything else. I will also leave a link to Tailored Canvas in my description box, as well as the coupon code. And of course, I'll have the link to the free printable in my description box as well. I hope that you enjoyed transforming these thrift flips with me today, and I hope you got some inspiration. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching.